biomolecules. Now, what are biomolecules? Biomolecules, as we have been learning, biomolecules are the carbon compounds which are found in living systems, in all living organisms, from a microscopic one to the biggest of the form. Now, among the different types of biomolecules, which we categorize as micro and macro, one of them is lipids, besides the other ones. So, in this present discussion today, we will be talking about lipids. So, let us start with it. Lipids. Now, what are lipids? Lipids, we commonly, as a layman, commonly we know it as fats and oils, which we consume or which is available like in different forms. Now, technically, we can say lipids to be a heterogeneous group of organic compounds made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So, the technical definition will say that lipids are organic compounds, means found in living systems, heterogeneous group, that means made up of different molecular compounds, molecules, okay, which involves mainly the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Of course, other elements will also be linked, like say phosphorus, sulfur, then those will take other forms, which we will be talking about in this present discussion. Now, lipids, one important characteristic of it is that it is not water insoluble. Okay, it is not water soluble. That means it cannot dissolve in water. It is insoluble, but soluble in polar organic solvents, like say organic acids. In some organic acids, lipids can be dissolved or can solubilize. Now, we can categorize lipids into different types to make our discussion more simple. It has been categorized like the first type, which we can call a simple fatty acid. Now, the simplest type, the most simple type of lipid is simple fatty acid. Now, simple fatty acid is nothing but it is a carboxyl group attached to R group. That means any R group, okay, like functional group like say methyl, ethyl, CH3, C2H5, if to it is attached a carboxyl group, okay, if to it is attached a carboxyl group, that is COOH, that can be called as a fatty acid. The general formula being this, which we see here, the general formula is like say the R group to which is attached the carboxyl group, as we can see here. Okay, as we can see here, the R group, this R group can vary. It can be even be a cyclic compound, but if to it is attached any one carboxyl group, we will call it as a simple fatty acid. Say for example butyric acid, which is an organic acid found produced by some microorganisms. So here we can see it is like a 3 carbon compound has been attached or is attached to a carboxyl group. So that gives us butyric acid, a simple type of fatty acid. Now, fatty acids can be categorized further into saturated and unsaturated. What will determine whether it is saturated or unsaturated? If the R group is held together only by single bonds, carbon to carbon single bond, then such a fatty acid will be called as saturated, and if it has double bond, one or more between the carbon, then we will call it as unsaturated fatty acid. Like say here we have two examples given. In the first, we can see here there is no double bond. All the carbon, they are held together by single bond. So this will be to which of course there is a carboxyl group, the main characteristic to make it a fatty acid, but the carbon compound, it does not have any double bond. So it is saturated. The second example, same, this is also a carbon compound to which is attached a carboxyl group, but it has double bonds. As we can see here, there is presence of double bond between the carbon-carbon. Single one one double bond or more than one double bond is enough to classify it as unsaturated fatty acid. Then the another type, glycerol. Now what is glycerol? Glycerol is a dihydroxypropane. That means now here this is a substituted propane. The here the propane, which is a 3-carbon compound. Now this 3-carbon compound, here the hydrogen, they are replaced with hydroxyl group. Okay, they are replaced with hydroxyl group. That is why trihydroxy. 3-hydroxyl group replaces the hydrogen here, and so this is a glycerol or trihydroxypropane, we call it. Now there's an importance of glycerol, as we will be seeing in the next upcoming slides. Okay, how different types of fatty acids can be formed. Now fatty acids, they're getting more complex. When a fatty acid, that is an R group with carboxyl, gets esterified, that means forms an ester bond with glycerol, which is a trihydroxypropane. So let us see further here how it can happen. Now here this is a glycerol, okay, which I just now had showed to you. Okay, it's a trihydroxypropane. So the propane compound, here the 3-hydroxyl group. When it reacts, okay, when it comes close to 3 fatty acids, 3 fatty acid or maybe acids, or maybe 1 or 2 or 3, any number, okay, maximum going to 3. So here when it comes close to fatty acids, okay, here 3 different types of fatty acids are shown. Now what will happen is fatty acid, each of them, they get esterified, form an ester bond with the hydroxyl group of each of the hydroxyl group of the glycerol compound. So here you can see, okay, they have been esterified. We call this as esterification or esterified, forming ester bonds with the glycerol. It combines with the removal of 3 water molecules. With the removal of 3 water molecules, if it is 3 fatty acids, if it is single fatty acid combining with the glycerol, removal of 1 water molecule. If 2 water molecules, here we are showing 3, so 3 water molecules are removed in that process. So here it forms a fat or oil. This will be classified as a fat or oil. Now how many fatty acids are linking together? According to that, we again classify further the fats or oils as monoglyceride, when only 1 fatty acid is linked to the glycerol. If 2, we will classify it as diglyceride, and if 3 we will classify it as triglyceride. Okay, so mono, di and triglycerides are the 3 types of fats and oils which are formed by esterification of fatty acids with glycerol. Now what are fats and oils? Is there any difference between fats and oils? Yes, both of them are lipids, but there is a difference that any lipid which has a high melting point will be called as fats. That means they remain solidified at a lower temperature. When they reach a higher temperature, only then it starts melting. It will liquidify. Whereas oils, they have a low melting point, so even at very low temperatures, they will be liquid. They will remain as liquid. They will not solidify. Then phospholipids. Now what are phospholipids? Phospholipids are lipids to which is attached a phosphate group. Those are called as phospholipids, which are found in cell membranes. Okay, so here we have a picture of it, which is, that is a phospholipid. This is a phospholipid. As you can see here, these are the fatty acids. Okay, this is a glycerol fatty acid. What is this? This is a diglyceride. Okay, if you simply see it, it is a diglyceride, as 2 fatty acids are linked to it, esterified to it. But to the third, what is there? There is the presence of phosphate. There is linking together of phosphate bond. So there is a linking of phosphate molecule. So it will be classified as phospholipids. Now phospholipids, very commonly it is found in cell membranes. Likewise, if another group links to it, so it will form a different type of lipids. So these are, we can say, more complex, more modified type of lipids which are present in different cell systems as per the requirement of the cell. Now next we have to move on to chemical reactions, which I'll be talking about in our upcoming lecture. In our next lecture I'll be talking about chemical reactions and the enzymes.